What's going on, all my subscribers and followers and friends and strangers who watch my videos on a daily basis? And I'm looking at you. I just got back from Comic-Con and I had one hell of a time. If you can't see in the background, my shelf has changed. It's much more full and filled with stuff, and you see that pretty picture of Jessica Negri. I'm liking that. But if anybody hasn't been staying updated on what I'm doing so far, I went to Comic-Con, and it was my first trip to Comic-Con. It was my first cosplay at Comic-Con, and it was my first trip to New York, or in New Jersey in general. A friend of mine, which is a brother from another mother, he's like, we're that close, offered and promised that he would take me to New York Comic-Con because he's heard how much I've really wanted to go. I mean, the place is like a mecca of nerds, and you know, I think my shelf explains the entire nerddom. Not to mention the Hatsune Miku poster right there, if anybody hasn't noticed that either. And it was by far, like, I was overwhelmed. Like, as soon as I walked in the doors, like, not only the massive crowd of people who were dressed up and cosplaying as well, it was just like I got approached so many times for like photographs. And like people were like calling my name Link, and I was like, what? Like I wouldn't even like hear what they were saying. I'm not used to being called Link, so it like took me a while like for other people to get my attention. But it was so cool, like taking pictures and doing poses and like just overall, just the entire experience was so cool. One of the biggest highlights of the entire trip, Comic-Con, is meeting Jessica Negri. I am a gigantic fan of Jessica Negri. I think it was back in 2007 where I was randomly on YouTube just looking at whatever, and I was looking at cosplays. I can't talk tonight. And so I saw this one video, one by Shay Carl, one by Kasim G, of the cosplays at a San Diego Comic-Con, and I saw this girl wearing Riku from Final Fantasy X-2. Riku alone is like the hottest character to me. And I saw her wear it and pull it off so perfectly. I was like, this girl knows what she's doing. So it has been my life mission to find some way to find and meet Jessica Negri. And that finally happened at Comic-Con. Ooh, it was awesome. She hugs so nice and she smells like sweet tarts. But overall, I can tell you, like, probably the most awkward thing that happened to me that trip was, it was probably at the airport. Now, before you think that I got strip searched and cavity checked for anything illegal, I actually was about to go through security, and there was this guy standing there directing everybody through security and like telling them where to go. He saw my plane ticket and he was like, "Oh, do you know where to go, sir? You go through security, down the stairs, to the right, 3 stops." So I was like, okay, cool, thanks a lot. He was like, alright, you have a nice day, with his hand out like that. But so before I explained to you, it was just early in the morning. The first thing I saw was he had his hand out. So I was like, oh, he's gonna give me a high five. Nah, that's not the case. I gave him the most awkward high five of not only my life, but his life as well. I'm sorry, dude. I'm really sorry. But I know, who knows, I made his day. It was just a whole week of firsts, and it was so awesome. As an early birthday present, my aunt really chipped in to help make sure that I got there, and I got to New York, got all my, cosplay stuff. My sword needed to be packaged up in like this giant bazooka case. Oh shit. I think we'll be okay. And then my buddy Mike, like, he made sure that everything was situated, everything was taken care of, that we were ready to go. And man, both me and him looked like sexy beasts up in Comic-Con. We took over like the 2nd floor one time, like swarm of people. I felt famous. It was such a cool experience. I recommend anybody, if you like anime, video games, comic books, go to Comic-Con. Do it. This sound like Shia LaBeouf in this video. Just do it! But it was a good trip. I really liked it. I met some really good people. It really made the trip really worthwhile, the people that I met there. And it really did mean a lot. It meant the world to me. I'm really glad that I did this. It was very, very worth it. All the stress in my costume, making it there in general, it was just so worth it. It was so perfect. All of you guys, I made a lot of cosplaying buddies. A lot of you are gonna watch this because I'm gonna tag you all on when I post this on Facebook. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Like, your cosplays are on point. You know, you guys are just awesome people, and I'm really glad I met you guys there. You guys are just too cool. You know, I hope to see you all next year. You know, who knows? I'll probably cosplay again.